This is SCTE TechExpo 2024. I'm Amy Sweezy. My next guest is Ken Kerwin. Ken is with Vecima. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So I want to start by talking about digital, right? The entire industry wants to go digital. The GAP node, I know, is one way that Vecima is trying to tackle this. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Our EN9000 is our GAP node, or generic access platform, and that's an SCTE 273 certified node. That's a whole bunch of words to say that what it really is it's the first industry node that was built with standardization and innovation in mind. So that means that anyone, not just Vecima, can build modules that go inside there, and a technician can grab it off the truck and add it in. It's going to work in their network. So while Vecima has several modules today, we have our ERM3, which is our DOCSIS 3.1 module. We have our ERM4, which is a unified DOCSIS 4.0 module, and we have a PON module that goes in there today. There's other vendors that already have RPDs that go in there as well. Throughout this conference, as well as regularly through the year, we have so many inquiries about other vendors that want to make modules that go in there. So while you see those technologies of PON and RPD today, I'd guess that you're going to see things like EDFAs, you're going to see things like wireless evolve into the GAP node, and you're going to see it as the platform of the future for many operators.
Okay, exciting things ahead. Can you talk a little bit about some of the new products that Vecima is bringing to the market?
Sure. I'm so fortunate that Vecima is an engineering company, and we have so many smart guys that are always inventing and developing new technologies, and that's led by our CTO, Colin. So I've been in cable long enough to watch kind of the industry pioneers shape where we are today, and a lot of them are passing the torch to the next round of CTOs. And Colin is an absolute rock star, and I call him that because everywhere we go, people want to hear him speak. And so I think about the products that the CTO office has handed over to us over in product, and I think the two that I'd probably focus on would be vPON, which is Vecima's entry into XGS PON, as well as future PON. And then I think the other one would be our vCMTS.
Okay. I want to chat a little bit about CMTS. It's a very crowded market. Why did Vecima enter this space?
That's an easy one, because our customers asked us to.
Okay.
So the network operators that chose us for RPDs and for PON know that DOCSIS is in our DNA. And they came to us and said, we want you to build this, bring this to market, give us a solution. And so, of course, we said yes, if we could do it the right way. So we built it so that it's container native, it's API first, it has linear scaling so operators can actually grow with their network. And then last of all, you heard me talk about it with GAP, interoperability is really important to Vecima. So we make sure that our vCMTS is going to interop with all the other RPDs. While we'd love to sell the RPDs as well as the vCMTS, we understand that it's not going to always be 100% us. And so we made sure that our vCMTS is going to interop with the other vendors as well.
And I know Del Oro has named Vecima as a PON leader. So what are some of the products that are super successful?
Yeah, so our SF4X is our remote OLT, and it's probably my favorite product at Vecima. And the reason why is because I believe there's power in connectivity. And I have two little girls at home that we're fortunate enough to be in an area where there's the internet and there's high-speed data their whole lives. So I see how that's shaped their lives, not just streaming and playing Roblox, but it's incorporated in all their classrooms and all their classmates. And the SF4X, but not everyone has that opportunity. The SF4X has worked in programs with operators like RDOF, where they're bringing broadband to the other parts of the country that don't have it. So you could fill stadiums full of families that are using the SF4X that didn't have high-speed data before. So it's super exciting for me to think that we're actually making a positive impact. That product also, if that's not enough, we're now manufacturing it in the US. We brought manufacturing in-house, so now we've created American jobs, and we're BABA, or Build America, Buy America, certified so that you can use it for programs like BEAD, which will continue to bring internet to more of those families. To round out the portfolio, we also have a small EEM module, so that can sit in the GAP node next to our RPD, so that you have PON and HFC in the same node. And we also have a pizza box that is all PON, so that's 16 ports, and that can be XGS or DPoE.
I know you kind of touched on this already, but what do you see happening as we move forward into the future with PON?
I think everyone knows that we're at 10 gig today, but 25, 50, and maybe 100 are in the future. And I think that if you did that in a vacuum, it would be really easy to say, let's launch a 25 gig service or a 50 gig service. But you have to maintain your legacy 10 gig network today. And so how do you layer on those new services? I think that's where the magic is going to be. And earlier I mentioned vPON and vPON Manager as new products. I think that's part of our Enter Cloud that's really going to help enable those PON future speeds to grow and work in conjunction with our vCMTS so that you have a common container architecture, common telemetry for the technicians and the executives, and just a whole platform to kind of evolve as the network operator does.
All right, Ken Kerwin with Vecima, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you.